Have you ever heard the phrase, like, to be paid like a business, you have to treat it like a business? It's true. Like, when I first came into network marketing, looking back, my approach was kind of amateurish. I just blindly followed what other people were doing and never really questioned, like, was that a right approach for me? Would it work in the current marketplace? And so I got 328 no's in a row, made some changes, really started to focus on more business performance, ended up sponsoring over 750 people. So if you'd like a more practical, predictable approach that kind of appeals to you, I hope that this training really does help you, because that's the way my brain works. I like things like in order. I like them neat and tidy. If it's not a right angle, it's a wrong angle. I treat my business the same way, and it's paid me like one. What I will say is, if you like my approach, you like this training, you want more, you can go to the link that's in the top comment, or if you click more, open up the text area, it's in there as well. I have a full step-by-step blueprint on using my entire strategy from start to finish in your network marketing company. So let's look at network marketing business training. Let's get stuck into that. This time next year, if we're able to continue this conversation, what would you have to have happening in your life for you to say to me, well, that was successful, Richard, because of what's in your life? What has this business done for you? That's very, very important. When we have that yearly goal, I would ask you to break that down into 4 equal quarters of what is going to be required in terms of the monthly sales. And so let me give you a fixed example of this. Let's say you said to me, Richard, this time next year, I want to be making 10 grand a month more than what I am now. I would say to you, well, 3 months from now, we need to be making 2.5 grand more. 6 months is 5 grand more. 9 months is 7.5 grand more. So that on that 12th month, we've had that trajectory of getting to that 10 grand a month more. Do you see that? Now, what that then does for you is it gives you the ability to move to the next step in this business training, which is to say, what has to happen in my compensation plan to do those numbers? If I need to get an additional 2.5 grand a month in 3 months, let me look at my compensation plan. How many exact customer sales is that? What package is it I'm selling them? I don't want you to involve your team numbers. Let's pretend your team does nothing. They won't, but let's pretend they do. What do you personally have to be accountable for to get those numbers into reality? I found that is really the first and very powerful step of treating this like a business, having a business plan, okay? Next, what I would ask you to do is review your results regularly, and then instead of sulking if it's not going well, make improvements. I always say to I've got a daughter, Ava, she plays basketball, and I've always said to her right from the start, I'm never going to be annoyed with you, nor will your coach, of making the right mistakes so long as you fail forwards. I said the people that get to the top the quickest are the bravest because they fail forwards. They're brave enough to do something, try something that other people won't. They learn why it worked or why it didn't, and they make the necessary adjustments so they can make progress. Like she came across this, like she's not a very big player, Ava, so she tends to be more a point guard, so she carries the ball a lot. It's quite a difficult position. A lot of the teams we play, they're aggressive, they full court press. So if you don't know what that means, it means as soon as the ball comes to you, the defenders are on you trying to steal the ball all the way up the court. If you don't get the ball over the halfway line in 8 seconds, you lose the ball, you give it to the other team. So there's a lot of pressure on the point guard to be able to handle the ball really well, hide it from the defender and get across that halfway line in 8 seconds. And so this was difficult for her as a beginner, all this pressure. And so I said, look, just learn how to put the ball between your legs. So when the player comes for the ball, put it between your legs. When they come for the ball, put it between your legs so you can zigzag your way up the court. Now, she had to be brave enough to try that and risk looking stupid by trying it between the legs and getting it stolen. But guess what happened? She only got it stolen a couple of times because she came off the court and I said, why did she steal the ball from you? I don't know. You left it too late to switch the ball. Put the ball, as soon as the defender commits, put it between your legs then, so she's one step at the side of you. Don't wait for it to get within hand's distance. She started doing that. Now she does that move all the time, brings it straight up the court. Because she was willing to make that mistake, assess why it didn't work, and fail forwards. You've got to do the same in your business. You can't just sulk and say, well, I lost the ball, I'm never doing that again. This game ain't for you, basketball or business, if that's going to be the attitude, okay? Next, you've got to look at your personal habits. If you want to be a serious business owner, a serious entrepreneur that makes good money, you've got to look at what your personal habits are. People rarely have pure business problems. Often they have personal problems that show up in their business. So a tactic is only really as effective as the person that's applying it. And so I get people all the time coming to me saying, Richard, I want to be a leader in my company. I want to go to the top ranks. I want to do this, that, and the other. And I'm like, cool, what time did you go to bed last night? What do you mean? Most of the time they watched like 3 more episodes of Netflix and they skimped on sleep. I'm like, what can I do for you? You're operating on 3 hours less sleep a night. You're tired. You're hanging on to the end of the week. Are you eating the right foods? Are you exercising? Are you active at all? Are you doing any mindset work? And when's the last time you invested in your skills? How much money are you paying every month to become a more valuable proposition? You want to recruit people, you want leaders to come to you, but you're not increasing your personal value. What do you expect someone to do for you? And so someone called me out on this earlier in my career, and I was like, yeah, I'm not being professional here. I want these high quality people. I want a high quality business. I'm watching all that, my TV's over there. I'm watching all this extra TV. I'm watching doing this, I'm doing that. I'm not doing this, I'm not doing that. My habits aren't in alignment with the results that I say that I want. Well, I'm not special. I'm not going to cheat the system. I need to align my habits with the results that I say that I desire in order for me to get those results. Because I've got news for you. Confidence comes from actions, not from results. All the time I hear people say, when I've got some sales and signups, I'm going to go all in. No, you won't get results until you go all in. You have to have that bravery and say, well, I feel good about the tactics I'm using, and the results catch up once the habits is set. You don't lose weight and then stop eating pizza because now you're motivated. Or go to you know what I mean? You have to do the habit first so the result follows. It's the same in this game. We can't cheat the system, okay? And then I would have a personal routine, a personal daily method of operation that you follow so you know that the non-negotiables, the essentials are ticked off. And so if you have spare time, or if you don't have spare time, you're not losing certain essentials that move the needle in your business. I think if we're honest, especially me when I was new, I would pick the steps that were most comfortable to me. I feel good about scrolling on social. I can do a couple of these things. I worked today, but I actually put more work into avoiding the work that needed to be done. Instead, move those non-negotiable tasks up to the top of your list, get them done first, no matter how awkward or uncomfortable they are, and then with the spare time, do the spare tasks. It sounds common sense, but as human beings, we often try and procrastinate and avoid this type of action. So was that good advice? Was that good information? Like, this isn't the kind of training you often get in companies. I learned this stuff by going to some really good people, traveling around, paying a lot of money, getting, what actually works for an everyday person in network marketing. How can we grow business? How can we get success here? And this is a good insight into that. I hope you've benefited from it and you actually take action, because knowledge isn't power. The application, taking action on that knowledge is. If you want to take action now, if you want to go beyond this, if you want a full game plan, step by step from start to finish, my exact strategy, you can learn that. You can dive in literally sort of 60 seconds from now. The link is in the top comment. It's also in the description area. You click that, there's some information. If you get signed up, you're able to dive straight into the classroom. You're able to move through my tactics, everything from personal daily method of operation, 1 to 2 hour routine of what you can do every day to grow your business, how to market yourself, how to grow your brand, how to sponsor people, how to attract higher quality people, scripts, game plans, everything for you to download and use for yourself. It's all in there and included. It's the only place you can access it. If that's what you're looking for, perfect. I'm glad that you found me and I'm glad that you took action. As I always say, go create a day in a life that counts. Always have more desires than excuses. If you're a subscriber, I'll catch you on the next one. Have a fantastic day. Bye for now.